All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So tonight we're talking about Chicago. Now they're in a very intriguing situation, and I think they have a ton of options. And I know Ryan Poles is absolutely licking his chops. They have the first pick in the draft. They have the ninth pick in the draft in the first round. It's just unbelievable. They had a monumental haul for trading away the number one pick last season. And they find themselves in a very similar situation. They just hired Shane Waldron, an offensive coordinator from the Seattle Seahawks. I absolutely loved the hire. And now, it's February, and we're going to be hearing a ton of smoke screens. GMs, teams are going to be thrown so many smoke screens revolving or regarding the draft. And we saw one a couple of days ago. Like yesterday, Colin Cowherd reported that Caleb Williams and his group do not want to go to Chicago. And in the same day, we heard a report from Daniel Jeremiah that this exact quote, I would be very surprised if Caleb Williams isn't a Chicago Bear. That's a draft expert. So you're going to be seeing a ton of smoke and mirrors. You're going to be seeing a ton of smoke screens trying to increase value, just stir some stuff up for their respected teams. But Chicago holds a lot of power here. Now, I will say the clock is ticking relatively, because if they do decide to keep Justin Fields and they decide to trade Justin Fields, they need to be making these decisions relatively soon. And if you do decide to trade Justin Fields, you need to start finding potential suitors sooner rather than later, because you have some teams like the Seattle Seahawks that are not in the top 5, and they could trade up for a QB. I have a strong feeling that the first 3 draft picks, not in this order, but it's probably going to be Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels in the first 3 picks of the draft. So if Chicago does want to trade that pick and they do want to trade down, well, Ryan Poles is going to pick up the phone relatively soon. So we're going to talk about Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears in tonight's video. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Bears fans, I'll post a couple of Bears videos every single week. So if we could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. It was another beautiful sunny day here in the suburbs of Chicago. No complaints over here. Anyways, Chicago is in such a good position. And it's just interesting because, the whole Colin Cowherd report was like, yeah, his family doesn't want to be, him and his family don't want him to go to the Chicago Bears. And you have like case studies of guys like Eli Manning in the same predicament, but I don't believe it for a second. When you're a rookie QB, and this guy who Colin Cowherd actually also compared him to like a LeBron James level prospect. If he is actually a LeBron James level prospect, you don't trade that pick. You draft Caleb Williams right here, right now. Bears fans are a little bit split. I make a ton of Bears videos on this channel, and it seems like when I talk about it with opposing teams like the Falcons, the Steelers, the Raiders, a lot of their fans in those respected fan bases want Justin Fields as the quarterback of their team. I'm in the realm, this is my opinion, this is just my opinion. I want Justin Fields to be the quarterback next season. I don't think Justin Fields will be the quarterback 1 for the Chicago Bears this upcoming season. Caleb Williams is a really talented player. And I hate that we're going to just be seeing so many weird takes, so many weird opinions on why or why not Caleb Williams should be the first quarterback selected by the Chicago Bears. We're also going to hear and I talk about this all the time, I could show you so many stats why Justin Fields should be back. I can show you so many stats, so many reasons why Justin Fields shouldn't be the quarterback. But ultimately, I do think we are going to learn what Ryan Poles, we're going to have a much better idea of what Ryan Poles is thinking in his head by the end of the month of February. Now, when we take a look at Caleb Williams, the 2022 Heisman winner, he can certainly throw the football. And once again, I have to reiterate this on all these Bears videos. Like, I hate that it has to be, but I don't want this to be like a Justin Fields slander video, because once again, I think Justin Fields can throw the football. Yes, he has flaws like every player in the National Football League and every player in every sport does. Every person that exists on planet Earth has an Achilles heel of some nature. But I guess this isn't life, this is football. And Justin, 3 years in, he's had some injury issues, which just has not helped with the consistency aspect. And when you talk to a Justin Fields naysayer, they will bring up things like he can't process the field. You know, he can't go through his progressions. He can't see the field. He can't read defenses, blah, 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 blah. But we can also pinpoint Justin Fields' unbelievable playmaking ability that doesn't fall in your laps ever, really. And I just see both sides, and that's what makes it so difficult. But if I'm Ryan Poles, yes, I can get a generational haul for a generational QB like Caleb Williams. But at the same time, man, as the days go by and as the offseason, the cold Chicago winter, as the days go by and it's getting dark at freaking 5 p.m. still, it's ridiculous. I hate daylight savings, neither here nor there. It's just hard to wrap my mind around if Caleb is this crazy generational talent. Like, if he's actually LeBron James compared from basketball to football, you don't trade that pick. You draft him. And so I watch Caleb Williams and I watch Justin Fields, and I see so many positives with both sides, but you got to know at the end of the day, they're running a business. And businesses need to make money, and you need to win football games. And I love this aspect of like continuity as far as, you know, Justin being QB1 next season. But it's just hard to wrap my, and by the way, they really lucked out last season, or I shouldn't say lucked out. Ryan Poles had a generational haul for the first pick, which ended up going to Bryce Young. But like, I'm so glad Bryce Young's not the quarterback for the Chicago Bears. And we can talk about guys like Trevor Lawrence. We can talk about guys like Bryce Young all day on this channel, but I don't know, man. I don't think Caleb Williams doesn't want to be a Bear. I think this Bears team is a lot different. You know, like when you have these rookie QBs going first overall, situation matters, and what team you're going to matters, and who their coordinators and their coaches are. This stuff matters because it's professional football, and you only have a couple of years in this sport if you are lucky. So it's just a really interesting predicament here, and I'm curious right now on February 2nd, where most of my Bears fans watching this video, I'm curious what they're leaning towards right now. But as far as like the Caleb Williams doesn't want to be a Bear stuff, I call complete and utter BS on that. Caleb Williams or his family or his agency, they doubled down on that today. Like, no, there's nothing wrong with the Chicago Bears. Like, you know, we're not trying to be the villain here. There's nothing wrong with going to the Chicago Bears. So I don't buy that. I didn't buy that report for a second. But I am just curious, like, what is Chicago going to do with the quarterback position? So that's it for tonight, man. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. And yeah, Bears fans especially, but everyone watching this video right now, if you got an opinion, drop it down below in the comment section. I want to hear two things. Who do you think the Chicago Bears quarterback will be next season? And who do you want the Chicago Bears quarterback to be next season? Have a great weekend, and we'll see you